All right. Hey everybody. Sorry, I'm a little late. My This room has been set up for dance practice, and I came in, was like, oh yes, that's right. I didn't do any preparation for today, so apologies for that. Good morning, Stephanie. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Nicolette. So today's going to be a little bit of a shorter practice. I'll be heading up into LA for a photo shoot today, and I still need to do my makeup. So after class, I'm gonna bang out a quick look and cart my ass up there. So we won't be moving and grooving for as long today, but I'm still looking forward to doing a stretchy practice. I'm interested in doing some legs. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Oh, I need to put on my other lights. So for today, hi Holly, good morning. So for today, so that we can get into some leggy business, let's definitely have a strap. I'm gonna go for a harder, like a fabric strap. If you don't have one, it's all good. And then also we'll have some blocks. You need legs too, okay, good. Glad we're on the same page. I'm gonna make these lights a little less yellow. I killed my legs last week with the weights, yay, okay, good. I killed my legs with weights today. Because I'm a girl on a mission. All right, we're plugged in, we should be good. Let's get after it, kids. Ooh, into that, Holly. Super into doing some foot stretches. Hi, Renee. Okay. Let me adjust this camera. I put it over here all willy-nilly. All right. So, here's how we'll get started today. I'm gonna leave this door open just in case the sweet Miss Pie wants to join us. All right. So we'll stand hip width distance, feet pointing to the front of your space. And I want you to really feel yourself grounding through your feet. So gripping the floor a little bit with the toes and then lifting them up and spreading them back out. And just connect from top to bottom, even feeling the inner arches of your feet pick up slightly from the earth. We'll take a big breath in and a breath out. With your inhale, let's lift the arms up. Cross the arms up at the top, try to tap for opposite elbows, and take a really slight little wiggle from side to side with your ribs. Beautiful, then let's release the arms with a flat spine. Work your way down towards the mat. And then hands can come onto the floor, or if you're extremely tight, you can already start working with your blocks. We'll take a little pedal with the legs. All right, let's maintain bends into our knees. Roll yourself up to standing again. Reach your arms up. Try to grab for opposite elbows now, so opposite arm in front, if that makes sense. And then same thing, go for those wiggles, but for a bigger side stretch, elevate the heel of the opposite side that's like elongated, if that makes sense. So I'm leaning to my right and I'm picking up my right hip to create more of a stretch in my side body. There you go. All right, we'll anchor both of our heels down, release the arms. Again, flat spine, forward fold all the way down. Okay, let's take ourselves into a twisted stretch here. Left hand comes onto the floor or a block. Bend into your left knee, reach your right arm up for the ceiling. And then for a little outer ankle, roll to the outside edge of your right foot. All right, let's switch. Right hand comes down, right knee bends, left leg straight, left arm reaches up. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Yikes. All right, return both hands down. Let's lengthen out, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's repeat that 4 more times, halfway lift. Every time, try to get a little bit longer through your spinal column. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, really try to spill the pelvic bowl down through that anterior tilt and fold. Woof, hamstrings, halfway lift. Maybe on this one, you reach your arms back behind you, get a little more back activation. And then fold. Pull yourself deeply towards the legs. We've got one more, just like that. Half lift. Maybe you reach the arms back. Maybe you reach the arms forward in front of you. 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. All right, let's take our hands down to the floor. We'll step back into a tabletop position or all fours. Work through your cat-cows, heart forward, and then exhale, round and contract. Good. Feel free to also work through some barrel rolls. Everything needs a stretch today. All right, left hand stays, right arm reaches up, take an inhale breath. Exhale, wrap and roll, take it all the way down through your threaded needle. Right ear, right shoulder onto the floor. Now left hand can stay, left arm can reach up and overhead. Left arm can also half bind. If you're feeling particularly sticky in between your shoulder blades and you really want to stretch that space, I know we've done this one together, interlacing the hands, trying to pull apart. This is one of my favorite stretches my friend Amanda Lee Murphy gave me. Some of you know Amanda. Oof. All right, let's bring ourselves out of our thread and needle stretch. We'll extend just our right leg back, and let's work through some calf stretches. So push the body weight forwards and backwards. Good, take it a little wider off your mat. And then let's step it all the way around to the side. Now, if you're a little challenged on space off to the side, you can just turn your body to be lengthwise on your mat here. All right, now aim for this stretch. For me particularly, I like to go for groin. You might feel this in a lot of different areas though, okay? You may feel this in your back and your hips, all throughout the legs. Let's take a couple little Catwoman stretches. Bend into the right knee, lean from right, back to center. Right, back to center. 3 more. Good, once you're back to center, let's shift our hips back behind us. You can go back a little bit, you can go back a lot of bit. You can even adjust your left heel a little bit in. So it's kind of like you're in a half straddle, half child's pose position here. Oh my gosh, I just want to be here all day. Okay, let's bring ourselves back forwards and we'll step our right knee back in. Reset your hips. Holy smokes. That was the one right there for me. All right, I'm gonna cheat a little bit off to the side here. We'll extend just our left foot back and we'll move forwards and backwards. All right, let's take it out a little bit wider. Nice, and then all the way out to the side. And we'll do 5 of these little Catwoman stretches right to left. Good, now you can shift back any amount. Just try to copy whatever you did on side 1. Got little hairs all over my mat. Wonder who that's from. Does it rhyme with fly? Is it also a word for something you can eat? Pie. I know you can hear me. I know she's in our bedroom, and our bedroom is like right there. She was on the bed last time I checked, so maybe she'll be motivated to join us today. All right. Let's bring ourselves forward from here. Dang. All right. As requested, let's go into some foot stretches. I'm gonna drink my smoothie while I do this. We'll tuck our toes and we'll sit on our heels. It's always nice to distract yourself when you're doing this guy. All right, last 10 seconds. All right, and let's come forward. We'll tap out our feet. All right, and then we'll come right back down and stretch the tops of our feet. Well, we're gonna be here for just a little bit because I do wanna do X feet today. You know what, actually I'm really glad that feet were a request because just in addition to training, I've been working very hard on all my dance shows that I have coming up. One this weekend, and then Wasteland. I finished with my bestie our Wasteland duet piece to Depeche Mode. It's gonna be fire. So I've been dancing a lot. Literally danced 3 days this weekend. I consider Friday part of the weekend. Let's come forward, cross your feet, right on top of left, arch to arch. So that's a key to getting this stretch. So yeah, we went into choreographic overload, did a 5-minute song in 4 rehearsals. So really, really, really good shit. Very proud of us. Now we just got to rehearse it to death. All right, how's those X feet feeling? Because mine are screaming right now. Personally, I kind of feel like I want to scream right now. All right, let's do the other side. Come forward, cross your left on top of the right. Give your feet a little squash. God damn. I have not done this in a while. Okay, kids. 10 more seconds. You're almost there. I finished my smoothie. Well, maybe one more little sip there. All right, let's come forward into tabletop. Nothing better to do after you slurp your whole smoothie than to go upside down. So let's go into downward facing dog. We'll tuck our toes, lift our hips, and pedal out your legs. Good. Let's also lift up our right leg, open up your hip, and take some hip circles here. I'm going to do 3 in each direction. Good, let's do the other leg. Oh, man. And reverse. Nicely done. All right, both feet to the floor. Let's walk it forward. And we're gonna start to go into some lunging, and we're gonna do a little lungy mandala. So right foot will go to the front, left foot steps back. And you can keep your knee up and do some flossing, or you can floss with your knee down, just depends on what you're into today. We'll do 10. Last 2. And 1. If your knee is down, let's tuck the toe. And we'll meet all in a hamstring stretch. So pulling yourself back, let's reach the right arm up for the ceiling. All right, return your hand down to the blocks. Let's turn our feet to the wide side of our mat. And then we're gonna straight away transition to the back. So frame up your left foot now. And again, 10 flosses on this side. Copying whatever format you did on the other side. So if you were upright with the knee, make it happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now if your knee's on the ground, let's lift. Come back into your hamstring stretch and let's twist. So nice. Okay, let's bring the hand back down to the block. We'll come to center and let's stay in this center position. Feel free to do a couple of different things. You can take this low lateral lunge here. You can also bring yourself up, turn out, and work some Cossack squats. If you're feeling just really spectacular in the hips, you can also work your way down to a Skandasana. I'm not being a super stickler for technique right now, just getting deeper into my hip rotation. All right, let's come to the center. We'll bring ourselves all the way up to a standing position. Let's go heels in, toes out, arms sweep up, star position. So really reach, reach, reach. And with your exhale, come into one goddess squat. Again, inhale, reach up. Take yourself back into that goddess squat, but this time bring heels of the hands to your inner thighs, and let's twist right shoulder dips. Good, come through center, left shoulder dips. Come through center, again, all the way back up into your star shape. And with your exhale, we're gonna work into our triangle pose. So starting on the right-hand side, I'm taking my left foot, turning it in slightly, opening up my arms into a T shape, shifting off kilter, right hand down, left arm up. Now, if you do want to go for some depth today, you absolutely can. You have blocks, very accessible as well. So you can bring that to the inside of the ankle. I personally, just to find maximum stack and to take the stretch for me into my QL and like low back area, I like to place the block behind my leg, When I'm working more groin, I'll place it in front. I don't know if you guys can feel that difference. There's just a little bit of shift in the torso when you focus right here. I kind of have this slight diagonal anterior tilt, where here I'm just super stacked and creating as much length personally on that left-hand side. All right, that was a lot of words. One more breath in here and one more out. All right, with your inhale, let's bring ourselves into reverse warrior. So bend into your front knee, take the right arm up and back. And exhale, take it into your side angle. Right elbow on the thigh, left arm high. Let's take some big arm circles here. Reverse. And let's bring it all the way back up into our star shape. All right, all that on the other side. We're gonna start with our triangle. So left toes turn towards the back, right toes facing that long edge of your mat. Now, while we're doing these extended holds, you are doing a consistent breath. Notice if you're holding breath or if your breath is labored, right? I promise the breath will make it better. All right. We'll go for 2 more rounds here because I was really yapping on the other side. Okay, let's bring it up. Bend into your front knee. Work your reverse warrior here. So front knee is bent. Good, side angle, elbow to thigh, right arm high. Let's do some arm circles. Reversing. Good, let's bring ourselves all the way back up to center. Turn your toes towards the long side of your mat again. And you can go for a wide-legged fold of any type, or you can try to open up much wider, working more with like a middle split kind of intention. So just getting some more depth there. All right, wherever you are, this transition is going to look different for everybody, okay? We are going to work our way down to the ground and into a straddle. So if you were higher up, right, maybe you heel toe the feet a couple times closer together, work your way down in the safest way you like to. All right, we'll scoop up the outsides of our knees, pull everything in. Feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana or bound angle. A fantastic opportunity to get the last slurps. Okay. Again, because we're going so quick today and doing a shorter class, let's get into some pure hips. We're gonna go into either deer or half pigeon from here. I want to encourage you, especially if you're doing half pigeon, to take a decent amount of the time upright or not sleeping. If you do want to go straight to sleeping pigeon, go for it. I won't stop you. All right, I'm going to place my blocks up towards the top. From this bound angled position, I'm just going to cheat my knee a little bit out, rotate onto my right hip, and then internally rotate the left leg and place it back behind me. This is your deer, right? Really nice. I still feel a stretch in my hip. It's a very effective stretch, right? So this can be a nice little go-to for you, especially if half pigeon is a little touch and go. If you do know yourself and you're like, I'm ready for half pigeon, LFG, then you can rotate so that your hips are pointing down towards the floor or towards the front. Now this is a personal thing I like to do. I like to tuck my back toe, float my knee off of the ground, be super active and engaged, and then I'll lower my foot down. All right, if you've taken a few moments and you're ready to kind of settle yourself down, go for it. All right, 10 more seconds here. Perhaps in these last moments, you want to work yourself back upright. And then we'll rotate out of this the same way we got in. It's time to do your other side. All right, so deer shape, right? A lovely, fantastic option that I do love dearly. If you would rather, or you did so on the other side, half pigeon. Good, we got a couple more moments here. Go for about 10 more seconds if you want to start to work yourself upright. And then we'll roll out the same way we rolled in. Okay. We're going to finish. Well, we're going to do a couple little things that we're going to squeeze in. One is a side stretch. This is where potentially your strap may come in handy, especially if grabbing your foot is not something you're on yet. So you're going to lasso your right ankle area. Grab that strap with your left hand and then side stretch into that direction. Sometimes I like this one a little bit more with a flexible band, but having the strap is really nice. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring ourselves up through center and over towards the other side. Using the strap underneath the opposite ankle if you did so on side 1. All right, let's bring ourselves up from here. Once more, scoop up the outsides of your knees, hug them in, literally hug yourself. And let's finish with some hero, so quads, okay? So if you know in your hero shape that your knees are really tight, your quads are really tight, and you need a block or like a bolster underneath you, start to get that set up for yourself, okay? Now we go knees together or hip width distance, and we'll sit between the heels onto a block or onto a bolster. Sometimes just a little bit of lift is all we need. All right. Now my focus is a posterior tilt here. I'm also, before I do anything, I'm looking down, I'm making sure that the entire top of my foot is on the ground and I can see the entirety of the bottoms of my feet. My feet aren't winged out to the side or anything like that. That's a pretty essential part of this. Sometimes something that inhibits us from getting into the shape comfortable also is just your calf muscles, your hamstrings, right? So maybe you need to move some things out of your way to get into this shape. Let's start to lean back a little bit. A lot of bit. Or even all the way down. If you're all the way down, there will be an arch in your back, okay? Ten more seconds. All right, let's start to bring ourselves out. If you're all the way down, reach for your heels, push into your forearms. And you can release this by just pedaling out your legs in a tabletop. A lot of people prefer to do a down dog. We'll walk our feet to the center, and let's slowly roll ourselves all the way up to standing. Just like we were at the beginning, coming full circle. Feeling our feet, our legs, our base, our foundation, and everything up from there. We'll bring our hands to heart, our hands to belly. And every day I feel grateful to be able to move my body. I feel grateful that I'm committed to being strong, to being malleable, to being willing to test myself every day. Friends, thank you so much for letting me teach you. Again, shorter class today, so I have to cut it off here for us. But as always, thank you so much for joining me. We have one other class this week, so my friends that are joining me on Patreon, that will be our Wednesday, same time as this one, so 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. East Coast, and that'll be our reset class, so stretching, myofascial release. Right now, I'm actually running a bit of a deal. If you want to join on with my Patreon, I'm doing half off for the end of summer, so up until the end of August, join me. Yeah, it's a super fun little community. Yeah, we're actually doing, I think it's this Friday, in our little Discord, we're actually going to do a new moon gathering. Yeah, so if you're already in the community, but you're kind of like, oh, I don't know, I'm in Discord and then I'm out. Check into the little areas where I put the events and join us for a little new moon magic on Friday. Yeah? Thanks, darlings. Love you all so much. Yes, Datura, I know. Throwback. Rachel Bryce. Yes, thank you, Holly. Yogaing with Mama Nelly and BB Kitten Finn. Oh, the babies. Hope the babies are doing well. Yeah, Nicolette, I know. It's like, damn. Yeah, in the events page, you'll see it. It's kind of tucked into the corner. And you can just like nab up the Zoom link and hop in. One of the members, who's a magical little human and a really incredible poet, she's gonna be kind of guiding and heading out the little event, but I will be there supporting and learning and making some magic happen with everybody. So it'll be really fun. All right, lovelies, thank you again. I'm gonna get this mug right. I already got my base on. We got sunscreen, we're hyaluronic acided, and I've got my wake up eye cream on. All I gotta do now is beat it. All right, thank you guys for coming. Yes, love you all so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. If not on Wednesday, then next Monday. I'm probably gonna be exhausted from the weekend of taking multiple workshops, teaching a workshop, and performing. So likely next Monday is gonna be very similar to this one. I'll just be like, ooh, okay? So yeah. Thanks, babes. I'll see you next time.